So some of the words that I'm going to teach you about are zeros. The zeros of a graph are where it hits the x-axis. Points that intercept the x-axis.
Because if it goes straight,
I'll show you. Yep, I'll show, or through another point, but I'll show you. So you can have either 2 zeros. You have an option for this answer. You're either going to have 2 zeros, 1 0, or none. So let me pick a different color here and draw.
percent chance of missing or getting them right, and then
Pretend that touched the x-axis. There we go. How many zeros is that one going to have? 1. It's just sitting on one spot. Does that show you an example? And here's one that will never touch the x-axis.
So,
Okay?
if any part of the line, not the vertex, touches it, the x-axis more than once, it's called 0?
No, what we're talking about is that these things where they intercept, like this x right here, I'll put an x on the spot, that's a 0, and so is this.
Okay.
That's a 0. Over here, that's a 0. On this purple parabola that's upside down, it's opening downwards, there is no 0.
So it touches
wow. Yeah,
So we also need a vertex that is an ordered pair x comma y, like this blue dot right there. Let me draw this arrow. That was our zeros. And the blue dot is our vertex. We're already pretty comfortable with the vertex because you guys can already name a vertex for me.
Yes.
So I think you're okay with that. Once you have the zeros in a vertex, you can sketch a graph. If I tell you, let's say, draw a graph
Okay.
and make your vertex at, let me think,
Don't want to touch 0, so it has to be 1.
at 2, 3. Make your vertex at 2, 3.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay, so it should match what I have on my board here.
2, 3?
2, 3, yep. Place your zeros at -1 and positive 1 and 3. Sorry if that messed you up. Positive 1 and 3.
Just do a sketch?
Can you pretty much see the parabola already?
Yeah.
Oh, yours is opening incorrectly. Because you wanted to touch the, I think, if I looked at the right one.
I got 2 zeros.
You wanted to touch, remember the zeros have to be on the x-axis,
Is it like this?
right? It has to intercept the x-axis. So yes, is it opening up or down?
Down. I got it. It's a minimum.
Oh, so the zeros are points where, like, they tell you where the parabola is headed?
It's where it's hitting the x.
Oh,
These are your zeros right here. That's a 0. And this is a vertex.
I get it. Really get $1 million?
Yes. That's the axis of symmetry. Raise your hand. Don't shout it out. Raise your hand if you can tell me the equation of that green dotted line. Raise your hand if you can tell me the equation of that line. Scotty.
Less than or greater than.
You're thinking, shh. He just gave me the range. Y is less than or equal to 3. That's not what I'm asking for. That's the range. But raise your hand if you can give me the equation of the line. Akash, your hand was up next in that, what I saw before.
This should be it. X equals 3.
X equals,
Boy.
Akil, 2. Yes.
Wait.
We're going to need x equals 2 as our axis of symmetry. All that means is I could fold the parabola at x equals 2, and every point should match just like when you guys formed a parabola. Yesterday I told you you had to have a corresponding person across from you. It's the same thing. If there's a point here, there's a matching point right across from it.
Would you say it
Okay.
folds at 2, 3?
Miss Springer.
You can't say it folds at 2, 3. You have to say it folds all the way along that line. Because that parabola is going on and on forever. It's not just at 2, 3. It's continuing on forever. Aaron.